Hi, my name is Lucas Shedd, and I'm standing in front of one of our custom residences just south of Livingston, Montana, in beautiful Paradise Valley. Today I want to talk to you about box shell. Box shell was invented by Bill Hicks and myself so that people can easily and inexpensively insulate around electrical outlet boxes in their house. Come on inside. Let me show you a couple of the uses. So this house is going to get insulated with spray foam on the exterior, and we call that a flash and bat system. So that's 2 inches of polyurethane foam on the exterior and then fiberglass bat on the inside. What happens with outlets on a flash and bat system is if you're using an adjustable outlet, like we are in this case, the polyurethane foam sometimes locks the outlet in place, the adjustable box in place. So in this case, we're using an adjustable outlet box because we don't really know the thickness of the tile, and we're in a kitchen. So we want to be able to adjust this box. We don't want the spray foam to hit the box and lock it in place, thus eliminating the ability to adjust it. So we're going to install a box shell around this outlet, and the box shell will prevent the foam from hitting the adjustable box. Let me show you how we install this one. Okay, so in this case what we're going to do is fold the box shell to fit around this adjustable outlet box, and we're going to fold it so that it creates a back. So we start off, it's kind of tough with the camera here, but we're going to tear those. I'm going to fold, bend these folds, bend it down like this. We're going to take, kind of get it where we want it to go, bend these folds up. Because all the wires are on the bottom, we're going to loosen up these little these little cuts for where the wire goes. And usually I like to start installing one of these. Bottom first. You just want to have the front edge just a little bit back from the framing. So then we're going to fold this back tab in, and then the 2 other tabs just fold around, and I'll show you the shot in just a second. Just kind of locks it in place, kind of square it up. Let me show just around the back here. Let's see if I can get back all the way in there. And those tabs fold and just kind of lock it all in place. So then what happens is you install, in this case we'll install either sheetrock or cement board. Install the outlet in this case, and then we can move the box in and out, making sure that the face of the outlet box is placed with whatever tile we put on there. And then you sneak the nozzle of your spray tube right in the side and fill it up with foam, and now you've locked everything in place. Once the spray foam is installed next week, we'll come back and I'll show you how the box performed. All right, so here's a follow-up on our box shell video from earlier. This is the same outlet that we shot initially, and this wall is extra deep, so it's about a 9-inch cavity. And we put this box shell around this adjustable box, which is movable now, to prevent the spray foam from attaching to this blue box. So we actually use this like a shield. Use the box shell like a shield. And we turned the back of the box vertical, so that allowed the box itself to create a barrier from the back of the blue box to the wall. So there's plenty of insulation back here. It's probably got at least 4 inches of insulation back here, which is great. But we also put this bat in front just to seal up all the way around. And in this case, we can come back after this box is trimmed out. We can stick the nozzle of the spray foam and fill this up if we so desire. We don't really need to in this case, but it would even it out. Since we do have this additional bat insulation in here, it would even out the R value for the whole wall. Here's a great example of a countertop outlet in a vanity condition where we've spray foamed the entire 2x6 wall full of closed cell polyurethane foam. And a box shell has been installed around our outlet box. In this case, it's an adjustable outlet box. And the box shell prevented the spray foam from locking in this adjustable box. You can turn this screw here, move the box in and out later, trim it out, stick your nozzle or your spray foam, fill up the entire cavity, and you've got a fantastic, tight, perfectly adjusted box condition. Here's another great application for box shell. This outlet is for a TV on obviously this side of the wall, but on the other side of the wall is a bathroom. So what we want to do is make sure that we're having a great sound insulation condition. So we're going to fill this entire cavity up with fiberglass bat insulation. So what we want to do is make sure that this outlet is properly insulated. Box shell does a great job with this, and what we're going to do is fold the box shell so that it creates a back just like we did on the kitchen outlet, and then we'll come in on this particular case and we will fill that void full of usually latex spray foam, and that will seal all the air gaps, and that will prevent noise from going through the air gaps. So let's install this one. So we've got one wire coming on the bottom, so I'll open up these little cuts to allow the wire to go through. Fold it here and here. We're going to tear right along this spot. We're going to fold the big tab in, fold our other tabs and get them ready to go. And just kind of line up this first tab just back a little bit from the face. And then what that does is it allows the foam, which you're going to put in later, to push out in that gap, and that's what gives you a really good seal to the sheetrock. Come up top and just kind of square it up. Doesn't make that much difference if it's perfect, because the foam will make up the gap. What it really does is you want to make it nice and square so that the fiberglass fits perfectly around the outside. So we fold in the big tab, fold around, fold this small tab. So now we're ready to go. So the fiberglass will get installed. In this case, sheetrock will get installed on the face. Fill the entire cavity full of fiberglass. After the outlet has been wired up and the sheetrock is installed, we'll run our spray foam nozzle in this gap and fill that entire cavity up with low expansion latex spray foam, and that will fill the entire air gap and prevent noise from transferring through the entire wall. Here's another great application for a box shell in a sound wall condition. This side is a bedroom, the other side is a common area. And so what we want to do is prevent the noise from traveling through the air around the outlet box and going in between the two rooms. Now sheetrock does a really good job, but if you seal perfectly around the outlet box, it's even better. So what we're going to do in this case is we're going to tear all the way down on our box shell. And we're going to leave an air gap, which seems a little counterintuitive, but I'll show you exactly how it works. So first off, we're going to fold this guy and just tear all the way down. And don't worry if it's not perfect, because the spray foam insulation that you're going to squirt in the gap will fill it up later. So now what we want to do is just have this tab on the front just a little bit back from the face of the framing. Oh, let me do that again one more time. And now take our wire holes, or our wire cuts there, slide it in and just try to square it up a little bit. It makes it easier to install the fiberglass bat insulation around the whole area. And that's it. So what's going to happen in this case, we'll install sheetrock to the outside, sheetrock to the inside. They'll wire the outlet, and then after, before we put the plate on, we'll stick our spray foam nozzle in this gap and squirt foam in there, and the foam will then fill the gap all the way to the sheetrock on the back side and all the way to the sheetrock on the front side. So you actually want this to be open in this application. Here's a good example of box shell being used in a sound wall condition. So we've installed this rock wool, which is great at sound insulation, and we've installed our box shell around our outlet box. The sound wool is rock wool is pushed right up against the box shell, creating a nice seal. We'll trim out this switch box, and then we'll stick our nozzle of our spray foam in here and completely seal all this up. That insulation will expand against the sheetrock all the way around, creating an airtight seal all the way around the outlet or switch box, and you'll get a fantastic sound condition. Thanks for checking out a couple of different uses for box shell. Make sure you check out the link below where you can buy box shells for your next project, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.